Hello dear viewer, this video covers cryptography, one of the major techniques used for keeping data confidential. However, the advancements in computing technology has made it complex and advanced to keep up with changing issues and threats. As a pen tester, IT person, or security manager, you will encounter cryptography in all its form. Having a firm grip of the technology and science is indispensable because cryptography is everywhere these days, from hashed passwords to encrypted mail, to internet protocol security, virtual private networks and even encrypted file systems. In today's age of computers, cryptography refers to secure information and communication techniques derived from mathematical concepts and a set of rule-based calculations called algorithms to transform messages in ways that are hard to decipher. Computers can process billions of calculations per second. They can even break complex algorithms in a matter of seconds. Therefore, modern cryptography involves developing encryption methods that are difficult for even supercomputers to break. The encryption standard, a specification established in November 2001 by the National Institute of Standards and Technology as a federal information processing standard, to protect sensitive information. The standard is mandated by the U.S. government and widely used in the private sector. In June 2003, Advanced Encryption Standard was approved by the U.S. government for classified information. It is a royalty-free specification implemented in software and hardware worldwide. Advanced Encryption Standard is the successor to the Data Encryption Standard, DES. It uses longer key lengths, 128-bit, 192-bit, 256-bit, to prevent brute force and other attacks. There are other techniques in the field of cryptography such as encryption and steganography. But encryption attracts the most attention for manipulating and protecting information. Cryptanalysis is also in the field of cryptography, which deals with unlocking or uncovering the secrets that cryptologists try to hide or obscure. Historically, encryption and decryption of messages was used to protect the confidentiality of sensitive messages used for military and diplomatic communication. Modern cryptography aims to provide the following: confidentiality, authentication, integrity, non-repudiation, keep the contents of data confidential. Confidentiality is the primary goal that cryptography seeks to achieve. Information can only be accessed by the person for whom it is intended and no other person except him can access it. Authenticate the identity of a message's sender and receiver. Authentication is an essential component of a secure system because it allows software and other things to be positively identified. The identities of sender and receiver are confirmed. Ensure the integrity of the data, showing that the received message has not been altered in any way from the original. Demonstrate that the supposed sender really sent this message, a principle known as non-repudiation. One of the most common applications of non-repudiation in cryptography is that of digital signatures, which provides positive identification of where the message came from and from whom. Cryptography involves the use of an algorithm and a key. The algorithm is nothing more than the formula that includes the steps that describe how the encryption and decryption process is to be performed in a given instance. The key is the piece of information that is used to determine the result or output of a given cryptographic operation. There are numerous cryptographic algorithms in use, but in general they can be broken into three categories: secret key cryptography, public key cryptography, and hash functions. Public and private key cryptographic algorithms both involve transforming plaintext into ciphertext and then back into plaintext. Secret key cryptography is sometimes called symmetric key. In symmetric key encryption, the same key is used for both encryption and decryption. The parties involved in this must have access to the encryption key. In public key cryptography, sometimes also called asymmetric key, asymmetric encryption uses separate keys for encryption and decryption. The key used for encrypting the data is referred to as the public key, while the key used for decrypting the data is referred to as the private key. You should know that it is not possible to obtain the private key by knowing the public key or vice versa. The private key and public key are different entities, and each of them is used for a different purpose. There is no usage of any key in a hash algorithm. A cryptographic hash function is a hash function that takes a block of data and returns a fixed-size bit string, the cryptographic hash value, such that any change to the data will, with very high probability, Change the hash value. For any given hash function, no two plaintexts will produce the same hash. That is why hashing algorithms is a great tool for ensuring data integrity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please click the subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any video that will be uploaded.